Hello, check. Hey guys, welcome back to another stream with FC Ramsey. And today is the big surprise because it is going to be Atlanta who are facing the Los Blancos Real Madrid back from the Super Cup. The two titans are again colliding. I mean, Gasperini's Sly Fox team against Carlo Ancelotti's league winners, the king of football, Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappe, Diaz, Valverde, Bellingham, Vinicius Jr. is back from the injuries in the lineups. Dani Ceballos in the midfields. Tchouaméni is being again sacrificed on the centre backs, and Rudiger, Courtois as well as Vasquez and Garcia on the left backs. Yes, the likes of Lookman as well as De Ketelaere will be much watched, as well as with the likes of Pasalic is there. Whatever is going to happen, but Juan Cuadrado as well as Kamaka, these two Atlanta players are injured. For my predictions, if you go for Real Madrid against Atlanta, it is going to be either 2-0 win for Madrid or it is a 3-0 win for them, because they have the likes of Rodrigo, Endrick as well as Arda Güler backing the squad. And look what Ancelotti has just said, that yes, Rodrigo, Endrick as well as Arda Güler, they are staying, they are not for the transfers. On the second aspect also, we have Bayern Munich against Shakhtar Donetsk. But yes, one important point which we have just missed, Atlanta and Real Madrid head to head, it is 3 wins for Real Madrid against 0 wins for Atlanta in all the competitions across this. It was in the Champions League final stage in 2021 where Real Madrid and Atlanta has faced each other, and it was a win for Real Madrid in both the matches. Whereas in the UEFA Super Cup this past year, it was Real Madrid winning it again. So it is, but it is only 4 months these two teams have just collided again, and Real Blancos winning it 2-0 is my prediction for this game. Shakhtar Donetsk against Bayern Munich. Bayern have traveled to Shakhtar. It is the Wildnis Arena. Vincent Company must be having some worries because in the Champions League he hasn't made those things, which is much. And talking about the injuries of Bayern Munich, they have got Harry Kane, Manuel Neuer, Alphonso Davies, Joao Polina, Serge Gnabry, Kingsley Coman. I mean, look at the list of injuries which Bayern are having. And yes, it is the new signing Hiroki Ito who is also, and Stanisic, both of them are also injured. So much worries for Bayern because they haven't got any wingers to play. I mean, if they would say the veteran players who are going to make their appearances in these super subs, they may be Mathis Tel or Arijon Ibrahimovic. But yes, Noel Eseko and he can make. Alexander Pavlovic is back in the squad after that collarbone injury he has got. Nistroy Iran Kunda is the team. I mean, the Bayern Academy under 19 team is in the squad for the substitutions. It is all relying on, because Thomas Muller is in the starting lineup with Musiala, Olise and Leroy Sané. These fours, I mean, they have to prove something. Kimmich and Goretzka are there in the midfields, the veterans in the midfields who were seen for the past many seasons at Bayern. Lama is still the right back which Vincent Company has got, because he hasn't got any more options other than Sacha Boey. Guerrero is on the left backs. Alphonso Davies being injured, that is the option which Vincent Company has chosen for this game. Kim Min-jae and Upamecano, the two centre backs. But to talk about Daniel Peretz is the goalkeeper on line for Bayern, and Manuel Neuer, after his retirement or after his step down from the Bayern team, it is definitely the fan talks that Daniel Peretz is the man who is going to come big, and he is the future at the goalkeeping positions for Bayern. So Bayern has to do against Shakhtar Donetsk. Shakhtar Donetsk, talking about the head-to-head. I mean, Bayern have won it once in the Champions League 2015, where both the matches, the home and away, were played at Shakhtar. At their home, Bayern had a draw, but at the Alliance, it was a 7-0 victory over Shakhtar Donetsk. My predictions for this game, Bayern are going to win it either 2-0 or 3-0. On the other aspect, it is also Leverkusen who are going to face Inter Milan. Oh my god, the clash of the titans are so big this time that many players, many teams, so many things to do. Whatever is happening is just not happening because everywhere it is the likes of the elite players who are playing in the Champions League, and it is Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen who are just inviting Inter Milan at the Bay Arena at the home of Leverkusen. Inter are in the table, if you talk, they are unbeatable, as well as Atlanta is still unbeatable. Liverpool, this game they have won, they are also unbeatable. Leverkusen are at the number 6 spot of the Champions League, but with just 10 points. I mean, 5 games, 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. Xavi Alonso is doing good with this Champions League team without the much transfers from the Leverkusen management. But yes, in the lineups for Leverkusen, it is Nathan Tella because Victor Boniface, I guess he is on injuries. Yes, or Hoffman, Adley, Victor Boniface, 3 of them, the injuries for Leverkusen. Patrick Schick was also a bit injured in the previous game, but yes, he is in the super subs lineup. In the attacking midfields, it is Florian Wirtz and Frimpong, Granit Xhaka and Palacios in the midfields, Grimaldo and Mukiele on the left and right wings, Hincap, Jonathan Tah and Tapsoba. So yes, Leverkusen are going with their elite 3-4-2-1 formation. Whereas Inter Milan, talking about them, Taremi is the player, Mehdi Taremi from Iran. This player has so much to talk about his presence at Inter, and it is Thuram again. But yes, Lautaro Martinez isn't it in the first lineup, as well as Arnautovic, the veteran center forwards for Inter Milan. They are also not there. But the injuries for Inter Milan, Simone Inzaghi, Dumfries, Di Canaro, Benjamin Pavard, as well as Acerbi are injured. In the midfields for Inter Milan, it is Fretesi, Calhanoglu and Zelinski, Darmian and Augusto being the players, but no presence of DiMarco in the lineup as well. So yes, Inter are going to get those defensive aspects. It is quite evident because they have got the likes of Calhanoglu, Zelinski, and they are going to press. But Bisek, De Vrij, as well as Bastoni, but they have their goalkeeper Jan Sommer. I mean, that legend, 35 years of age, from Switzerland at Inter Milan. He has got to do many work because at the Bay Arena, Leverkusen, who has got that victory over Bayern Munich just 3 days back in the DFB Pokal, they will be looking lethal and they will be looking to get those goals so early. This is all about Leverkusen and Inter Milan. But yes, on the other hand, it is also RB Leipzig, who hasn't faced a win in the Champions League, are up against Aston Villa at their own home of Red Bull Arena, where Leipzig will find some victory out of here because Benjamin Sesko, Luis Openda and Baumgartner are on the forwards for Leipzig, and Marco Rose, their manager, has to prove something because Leipzig are not doing that good in the Champions League, winning at least not a single game. This wasn't expected from Leipzig to perform. At least a win or two was expected. But yes, Leipzig has got those matchmaking. They are having those difficulties in facing the problems of their injuries. Xavi Simons, he is injured for Leipzig, for a long time. He is seen on the training grounds. He will be back soon. Elmas is injured. Poulsen, Batsiabu, David Rom, Lukeba and Quadrago. So many injuries for Leipzig. Injuries are a much concern for this Champions League in this long season of football, as well as the FIFA Club World Cup is going to commence. That is definitely the talk. But yes, Aston Villa have got Watkins. He is going to go good. Rogers, McGinn, Cash, Kamara, Tillemans, Torres, Carlos, Consa and Dean in the left backs. But yes, they are having John Duran, that super sub. He can cause those disputes. He is that player who can cause those worries for Leipzig. Just let me show you the lineups for these teams. It would be much better to have them on screen. What do you guys think, that who is going to win? Are the underdogs? I mean, these four fixtures which we are having on the screen. I hope the audio is audible good and the video is also good. So these are the lineups: Atlanta and Madrid. Madrid going to win it by 2-0, 3-0. My predictions: Shakhtar Donetsk, Bayern Munich. This is the lineup. Here, Bayern are going to win it big, 2-0 or 3-0. Leverkusen and Inter Milan. This one, my predictions for it is that it will be a 1-0 win for Leverkusen. And Leipzig against Aston Villa, it will also be a win which Leipzig would get a 1-0 or 2-0 maybe. So these are all my predictions for this, and we are up for this watch along. Just take a look over here. Just have the table on the watch, which would look good. Yes, it is. Liverpool playing that game and winning it big. That is definitely the talk of the town, guys. That is definitely the talk of the town. Atlanta are facing that team, Leipzig, who are two down in the table. Leverkusen are facing Inter Milan. They are, I mean, both Leverkusen and Inter Milan. Just look at this table over here. Inter 13 points, no loss. Atlanta, no loss. I mean, Inter Milan and Atlanta, they haven't got those loss apart from Liverpool. That is going to be big, guys. That is going to be big. We are just waiting for the watch along, and yes, those of you who want to have those watch links can join our Discord. The watch links are given those there in the description. That is all from my side up till now, unless and until we get some kind of announcements from the lineups. If there are any changes, I don't think so. And yes, those of you who have joined this stream late can get a watch of our predictions just scrolling back the video. This is electrifying. This Champions League is going to be too much electrifying. There is a Q&A over here onto the chat. You can get those as well, that whether the underdogs are going to get those wins or not. Do you think any kind of requirement is there? No worries for Real Madrid as well, because in the lineup, if you talk about, just have it on the screen over here. Madrid talking about their substitutions, they have got the likes of Asensio, who is playing nowadays. He is not a veteran, but then also he have got those play times in the past 3 to 4 games. Andres is the midfielder who hasn't got those play times. Modric, Gula, Enrique, and Rodrigo. These four will be the substitutions, as well as Asensio. So yes, 5 substitutions for Carlo Ancelotti in this game. He has got many things to prove, guys. And yes, this man, the $200 million baby, Kylian Mbappe, he has also got to do many things good. He has got to do many things good in this. Talking about Shakhtar Donetsk, I don't think so that Shakhtar Donetsk will be any kind of troublemaking. But yes, it is all in the likes of Olise, Musiala and Sane to perform with that veteran Thomas Muller in there. But there are much injuries for Bayern, because Harry Kane, he is injured, Manuel Neuer injured, Alphonso Davies is injured, Kingsley Coman as well as Gnabry is injured. One, two, three of the forwards who have been playing for the Bayern, they are injured, as well as Joao Polina on the defensive midfield, he is injured. Stanisic right backs, Hiroki Ito left backs, the centre backs injured, Alphonso Davies left backs injured. Much of worries for Bayern. But still, Bayern will Bayern will get those 2 goals. And yes, talking about Leverkusen are having those injuries. If you talk about this, the injuries of Boniface, Hoffman and Adley is there, but then also the team is compact. They are having those players who can do those damages to the opposition. Dumfries, Pavard and Esebi are injured for Inter Milan. But yes, Inter are definitely going to be good. My predictions for it will be Leverkusen getting that 1 goal win over Inter, maybe because of the formation which Inter are going to face at Leverkusen. Leverkusen are playing this at their home of Bay Arena. And yes, the talk of Leipzig and Aston Villa. Talking about the likes of Aston Villa, just have a look over here, guys. The stats for Aston Villa is quite astonishing. Watkins and John Duran are the players, as well as Rogers. They have got those goals. They have been just flying, as well as Tillemans. He is also there. Ollie Watkins, he has to be man marked. John Duran, he has to be mind marked. This is really going to be big if Leipzig are going to come. They have those capabilities, because it is at the Red Bull Arena. They are playing at their home. That is what they have to prove. They have got Sesko, but yes, Leipzig are not even having Xavi Simons. That is what the worries for Leipzig is. Lukeba is not there. David Rom is absent. Elmas is absent. Yusuf Poulsen is absent. The super sub who comes, who rescues Leipzig most of the times, he is injured. Leipzig has to prove big apart from the injuries which they are having. And yes, that definitely that will be the talk of the town if they get some sort of upsets. If they are going to get some sort of upsets, that will definitely be talk of the town. Still 7 minutes to go. Talking about Madrid, look at this. If Diaz and Ruggeri as well as Kolasinac, can they prevent Luis Diaz? I don't think so. Dirun is there. Ederson is the man to be watched. He is playing those pivotal roles. If Hen is not going to man mark Kylian Mbappe, Ederson will he stay on the defensive aspects? There is Pasalic also. On the other hand, if we are talk about Atlanta against Real Madrid, I mean Lookman against Lucas Vasquez, Lookman against Chouameni, Lookman against Chouameni, it will be interesting to watch because Chouameni is back from the injuries and yes, he looks a bit frustrated at times. Lookman can get those nerves strong and it will be a worry. Chouameni has to just prove it. Lookman, on the other hand, he will be looking for those vast counters from the likes of Ederson, Belanova, or Pasalic. De Ketelaere against Rudiger, I think Rudiger will not give any space to De Ketelaere. It will be a definite win for Rudiger over here. The only worry which Atlanta can cause is that of Lookman against Chouameni. But yes, they have played that just 4 months back. They have got those muscle memories intact. They have got those aspects quite clear. And they will definitely get those winning moments. It is definitely the talk of the town tomorrow if Atlanta are going to get some upsets against Real Madrid. But no, my predictions for Real Madrid to win with 2 goals or 3 goals, that is definitely the line of contention which will be staying. But yes, on the other hand, Shakhtar Donetsk and Bayern, Shakhtar Donetsk, they won't be scoring much because look at the stats of Shakhtar Donetsk in their own table of Ukraine. They are at the number 3 spot, Shakhtar Donetsk, as well as their stats. I mean, the players who have scored is that of Bondarenko as well as Sudakov and Zhukov. But they are not in the starting lineups for this game. Sudakov is there, Bondarenko is there. The 2 SS players for Shakhtar Donetsk, they have to be just not given those space. And talking about Sikan, he is from Ukraine. Ukraine has been doing up good. But this player, he has scored few goals, 92 games played, 29 goals scored. Danilo Sikan, can he get those upsets? It will definitely not be that concerning for Bayern. But yes, on the other hand, Bayern is not having those players ready for the super subs. That is also a worry to cause for. So here it is, the lineups. The players are on to the field and anytime the toss is going to happen, the coin will be tossed. What do you guys think? What is going to happen? Can Bayern get those victories? Can Real Madrid get those victories? Leverkusen get those victories? Leipzig getting those victories over Aston Villa? Are our predictions going to be true? There is a Q&A over here onto the chat. Just have that whether the underdogs are going to cause those upsets. It will be the definite talk of the town. It will definitely be the talk of the town unless and until there is going to be something big happening. No, that is not happening because 3 games to go. Real Madrid on the 24th position. Talking about this table, Inter are at the number 2 spot, Atlanta at the number 5th, Leverkusen at number 6th, Aston Villa are at number 9 positions. Bayern, they are at the number 13th. Real Madrid, they are at the number 24th. And Shakhtar Donetsk, they are at the number 26th. I mean, just look at the matches, fixtures for Shakhtar Donetsk. In the Champions League, they have lost to PSV Eindhoven. Apart from that, they have won against Young Boys. Against Arsenal, they had a 1-0 loss, but that was at the Emirates, the home of Arsenal. Against Atlanta, they had a 3-0 loss at home. And against Bologna, they had a draw. I mean, Shakhtar Donetsk hasn't been performing that good. Talking about Shakhtar Donetsk, they haven't been performing good. Anything can happen, guys. Anything can happen. Do write in the comment section that whether the underdogs are going to cause those upsets tonight or it is the big dogs of football who are going to dominate. That is definitely going to be the watch over here. Just let me have a 1 minute break. I will be back in just 1 minute. Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. Yeah, the game has started. The game has just started. Damn, the game has started, guys. The game has started. We are not going to miss any of it. It's not worth missing any of it. Oh my god. The game has started over here. Let me just change the screen so that you guys can have. Yes, it is the screen over here. You guys can have a watch of the Champions League table. And here we are having the lineup of Bayern and Shakhtar Donetsk, Leverkusen and Inter Milan. We are having the lineup over here as well. And yes, it is Leipzig against Aston Villa. That is also the lineup over here. Who is going to crawl up the table, boys? Who is going to crawl up the table? That is definitely the worth. 4 of the epic matches happening on the match day 6 of the Champions League, and anything can happen. Yeah, it is Leroy Sané, Kimmich, Guerrero. Good build up, boys. Back to Kimmich. Leroy Sané winning it against Shakhtar Donetsk are the players they are having. Leroy Sané inside the box. Musiala also is in the box. He has got that position. Can he get that early one goal? Yes. Oh my god. It is Olise who has missed with that touch. It was so close. It was happening, guys. It was happening. That was a big chance in just 2 minutes and 30 seconds of this game. And it is Olise who has got that clinical finishing just missing. It is the first chance incoming for Bayern. Get those balls, get those positions, get those build-ups good. Over Meccano, that is an interception. Shakhtar are really making those center back movements too good. But this game, it is at the home of Shakhtar. They can cause those worries. If you talk about this, I mean, it is at the Veltinis Arena, at the home of Shakhtar. They can cause those disturbances. Anything can happen, boys. Anything can happen. We are looking for that first goal for Bayern if they are going to get it big. This is the lineup, and talking about it, we have already discussed the substitutions, the worries for Bayern because they haven't got those substitutions, they have got those injuries also on the list. And the injured players, they haven't yet traveled. Oh my god, Aston Villa has scored. Aston Villa has scored against Leipzig. That is one goal. And it is Shakhtar Donetsk. Oh my god, Shakhtar has scored against Bayern. That is mayhem. What the hell was that? Shakhtar Donetsk has scored against Bayern so early at their home, and the defensive lineups of Upamecano and Minje came not worthy of getting those blocks. It is definitely going to be too huge a blow so early. That was Upamecano. He was not winning that challenge. It was Guerrero again staying so close. Minje Kim not getting those destroying moments, giving that opportunity. And it was Daniel Peretz. He is a defensive goalkeeper, not having that flight on his jump. Just yielded with that one goal so early. Damn. A goal so early in just 3 minutes of the game. How can you just imagine? Worries are there for Bayern. They have got those injuries. And now the rest of the game, Shakhtar are going to just park the bus. Musiala, my god, that first touch was not that good. That first touch from Musiala was not that good. It was a pass, heavy pass from Leroy Sané. Kimmich has the possession. Min Jae Kim. That is going to be a yellow card for Leroy Sané, I guess. That is going to be a yellow card for him. That is the frustration of the players which are coming on the field, and Leroy Sané is the first one to get that yellow card, that booking. Muller just had a pass to Leroy Sané and Leroy Sané just a touch to Musiala, but that first touch wasn't that good. Upamecano, Lima, Olise. I mean, talking about the defensive aspects of Lima on the right backs. That is quite concerning. That is quite concerning. Olise outside the box. He has got Muller. What a header that was from Muller. Oh my god. Guerrero, Leroy Sane. It is for the Bayern boys to prove they have to come big. Goretzka getting that pass. Too bad. A challenge that is to Musiala. He is down to the ground. He is also looking bit digressed from those miss. Upamecano, Lima, Olise, Marino Pusic. I mean, from Shakhtar, that manager who will be having that roaring win. If Bayern are not going to be that clinical, it is going to be worried, guys. It is going to be too worried. Minje trying for a long ball for Muller, Guerrero, Goretzka, Musiala. Back pass, Minje, Upamecano. Muller not getting that first touch. Muller hasn't got those playtime this season under company. It is due to the injuries of Serge Gnabry, Kingsley Coman. He is having those opportunities in the starting lineup. Muller again. Olise into the box. Lima, shoot it, boy. Damn, that is the first goal which we want. It is Lima who has scored. Bring it, boys. Bring that big. You are getting that first goal against Shakhtar in just 3 minutes. That is not what you are worth of. Bring those goals, big boys. Bring those. It is in just 10 minutes. Bayern has got that comeback. Well done, boys. Well done. And on the other hand, it is Real Madrid who has scored against Atlanta. Good. That is good happening. That is good happening. Don't get bullied by those underdogs, guys. Don't get bullied by the underdogs. Thank God that was a goal. But yes, it was Leroy Sane who was also there on the wing forwards. But Lama going for those shots. Olise not getting that interception. Good. Lama getting that position. And that was a shot. Not too good. But unless and until we are getting those equalizers, you are worth the praise of that. And on the other hand, it is Real Madrid also who has got those goals. Oh my god, who has scored for Madrid? Mbappe has scored. Oh my god, Kylian Mbappe. That is going to be a huge task for me, making those videos of those compilations tomorrow morning sharp at 9. Kylian Mbappe scoring those Champions League goals. It was Atlanta. I guess he has scored that first goal in his first appearance. And it is again Kylian Mbappe scoring in just 10 minutes. That is the big boys cooking, guys. That is the big boys cooking. Talking about Shakhtar, and yeah, just have a look at it. We will keep this watch over here. It looks good. Bayern Leverkusen and Inter. This looks good over here. It is still goalless, as well as the aspects of Aston Villa and Leipzig. Villa has scored, and it is McGinn who has scored. But yes, Shakhtar and Bayern are one each. Get that second goal, boys. Get that second goal. Don't get undermined by those underdogs. The big dogs of the Champions League need to come big. Kimmich to Upamecano, but look at that position where Muller and Olise are staying. That is what, when Muller is absent in the squad, that is what the other players have to do. They are not maintaining that. It is what the reason. The last time Bayern and Shakhtar had met, it was a 7-goal win for Bayern, but that was at the Alliance Arena. Muller back to Kimmich. Kimmich to Min Kim. Leroy Sané. But on the other hand, talking about Musiala, Leroy Sané, just look at their space and their occupancy on the field. They are not looking that good. Leroy Sané, Olise, no, that is a bad tackle. Leverkusen and Inter Milan still goalless. Real Madrid, Kylian Mbappe scoring it on the 10th minute. I'm going to watch that Kylian Mbappe goal again and again. Build-ups, 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 guys, build up. Don't lose the position so early. Daniel Perez making that moment good, looking good. Press, boys, press, press. Don't give them those spaces on the center backs. Press, guys. Because you have to get those 2 goals or 3 goals lead in the first half. You don't have got those substitutions. Bayern hasn't got those substitutions to be made because the players are very much injured. That is the worry. That is a big worry. Press, guys, press. The press is not happening good. The press is not happening that good. You are lacking in those press. It is not happening. I mean, what is going to happen in this game is that if Bayern are not getting those big wins, I mean, those big goals, then definitely they are, I mean, definitely they are going to lose those positions. Leroy Sané taking that shot straight for that goalkeeper. No worries for him. No worries for that goalkeeper. There are certain aspects which Leroy Sané has to get big. He has to make those contributions in those scoring opportunities. Guerrero with that throw. Muller, Guerrero, Leroy Sané on the edge of the box. He is cutting in. Denied. That is a corner, I guess. Oh my god, that is a goal kick being given. I mean, look at that goal scoring opportunity which they got. That was really something which wasn't that impressive. Kevin is the player. He is from Brazil, playing on the left wings. Looking on the player profile of Kevin, he has played 33 games, 5 goals. He is that left winger. I mean, that was a cheap goal conceded. That was really a cheap goal conceded. It wasn't worth of getting that goal so early from Bayern. But yes, Real Madrid doing good. Mbappe scoring. That was much expected, and yes, it has happened. Bayern Leverkusen and Inter still no goals. Leipzig and Aston Villa. Aston Villa has scored. Worries for Leipzig incoming. Much of the game is happening for Bayern, trying to get those creative build-ups, but they have to be lethal. Upamecano, Kimmich, back to Upamecano, Min Jae Kim, Guerrero on the left wings, Goretzka, back to Min Jae Kim, Goretzka again, Musiala trying to dribble it, but no, what a left footer it was. I think Musiala is looking bit worried. Jamal Musiala is looking bit worried. I mean, he is also looking bit tensed. That is what the worry is. He is looking bit worried. He is not having those moments. He is getting those headers as those goals. But talking about Musiala, he is not getting those. Musiala again, that was a left footer. What a miss he is having. Musiala is not looking good in his form. Muller with that cross, will he get that header from Min Kim? No, denied. Just 20 minutes into the game, and Shakhtar are looking good in those build-ups. Good defensive work from Leroy Sané, making those interceptions. He has got those speeds. But yes, he has to prove himself on those offensive aspects as well. He has to come big. Upamecano, Muller, back to Kimmich. I mean, with so many injuries, if you are not going to get those goals in the first half, in the second half, I mean, there won't be much substitutions left in those attacks because many players are injured for Bayern. Many players are injured. That is also a disheartening aspect of this game. Kimmich, Goretzka. Goretzka is making those late passes. Guerrero it is. He has got Muller. Muller had a turn, but that pass from him was just blocked. Musiala winning it. That is Muller in this space. No. Musiala is going for those one-on-one. Musiala playing is not looking happy. Look at him. Jamal Musiala playing is not looking happy. That is not the face which we see from Musiala quite often on the field. He is something missing. Might be the contract extension or the raise in the money which he needs. That is a press. Muller has got it. Oh my God, Leroy Sané just leaves it. For whom? For whom did Leroy Sané just let that goal, that pass not to happen? Guerrero getting that interception good. Take those time, guys. Take those times. Why are you building up so fast? Kimmich going for Musiala on the left wings. Block, block, block. Press, guys. Press. These are the moments you have to press. They are playing with those three center backs. If you are not pressing, you are not going to get those opportunities. Damn, what is this build up which is going over here? I'm not being able to understand what the three trios of Muller, Musiala, Olise, Sane, what are they doing? They are not pressing, they are just leaving them with those spaces. Yes, that is what Upamecano has just pressed and he has won that ball. You have to press. Upamecano has got Muller, but that is a block from Olise again. Things are not happening that good in the build-up, and they are giving those counter opportunities for Shakhtar, which is going to be disheartening. This is going to be disheartening. And yes, Kylian Mbappe has scored. That is the only goal for Real Madrid so far against Atlanta. Aston Villa has scored and Leverkusen and Inter Milan are still no goals scored in that game. Kimmich to Olise. Where is that moment which Konrad Lama has to make? Kimmich, Musiala. Musiala is staying deep down. Positioning aspect of Goretzka, that too I am not being able to understand. It is all left with Musiala to dribble and win. He is looking at Goretzka frustrated, just saying that he needs those one-on-one combination to be played. That is what is not happening. That was a good dribble. Jamal was having a good dribble, but one-on-one against four players, how long are you going to carry that boy? That is a long ball, and yes, time and again they are looking Shakhtar for that Brazilian kid Kevin in the playmaking. That is what happening over there. That is what is happening over there. Minje, Upamecano, Kimmich. Kimmich has got Olise. Kimmich again, Goretzka. Why is Goretzka staying so close to Olise on those build-ups and giving Konrad Lama those chances? Konrad Lama has to stay on those midfields and provide Goretzka or Olise with those touches. This is bad happening. This is bad happening. This is not going good. I mean, you need those fluidity in those positions. But those fluidities are not getting those fruits. Minje Kim, Goretzka for those headers, but no, denied. Again, they are looking for Kevin. That is the number 37 from Shakhtar, who is making those wide wing movements. That is what they are always trying to go for, those counters. But to remind you guys, it was the previous meet against Shakhtar where Bayern had won those 7-0 big wins. Kimmich Formula, not happening, not happening, not happening, guys, not happening. If you have got to make those wins count, you have to go big, boys. You have to go big. You have to go big. You have to definitely go big if you have to go and count for those goals. Unless and until you have that mentality to win it big. Kimmich with that cross, that is a block again. Block is happening everywhere on the pitch. Conrad Lammer, Musiala, build up going good. Why is Musiala trying to get the possession single-handedly so many times? You have to pass that ball, kid. Olise moving to the left midfields. Kimmich, Olise, Sane, Upamecano, Min-jae Kim, Muller, back to Kim, Kimmich, Upamecano, Guerrero on the left wings. Musiala, take that shot, boy. Take that shot. Don't go for those passes on the edge of the box. Take those shots. Guerrero, will he get that cross? Yes, it is. That was a touch from that Shakhtar goalkeeper. Lamar again, get that dribble. No. Looking for opportunities, boys. Bayern players are looking for those opportunities in this game and they are trying to get those build-ups. But things are not happening because they are trying it the hard way. Because Shakhtar has just parked the bus and they are doing those defensive aspects. It will be a worry in the second half because Bayern don't have those substitutions. They are all injured. Kingsley Coman, Manuel Neuer, Serge Gnabry, Joao Palina. So many injuries. Harry Kane. Muller, take that shot, boy. Oh my god, good job. That was a good job Muller had done. Taking those shots from outside the box. Guerrero, take that shot, boy. Musiala on the left wings. Musiala is not looking best in his form. Min-jae with that ugly cross. What was that? Upamecano, Lima, Olise again. Olise, go for that cross, boy. What a huge shot that was from Olise. There is that some sort of lack of form which is happening on the field from the Bayern players. Alvin Ali Jabbar, hello boy, welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming to the stream, boy. Are the underdogs going to win those, or the big dogs of football are going to win that course? Do write on the comment section. And yes, thank you for coming on the stream, boy. Thank you, Alvin. Lima winning it. Muller, get that goal. Oh my god, that was offside or what? What was that? Who is that referee who is causing those disturbances? It is Halil Umut Meller. Damn. Lama winning that challenge, I guess. What was that? Is the referee going to give some card to it? Oh my god. On the other hand, it is Leipzig who has scored against Aston Villa. Leipzig has everything to prove. Leipzig has everything to prove. Just look at it. It is Leipzig who has scored. Luis Apenda has scored against Aston Villa at the Red Bull Arena. Leipzig not winning a single win in the Champions League. Now they have made those comebacks against Aston Villa. Leverkusen and Inter, 33 minutes. Still it is goalless. Shakhtar Donetsk and Bayern, we are having that watch along. It is drawn. And Real Madrid as well as Atlanta, it is 1 goal up for Real Madrid. And look who has scored. It is Kylian Mbappe scoring on the 10th minutes. The big boys have to win big today. The big boys have to win it big today, guys. Come on, make those moves. That is what it is needed. Kimmich, Lima, Olise, Block that, mean good work. The clearance was not that good enough, but yes, somehow Minje came protects that lofted air ball. Something is not working good for Leroy Sané as well as the likes of Musiala. I mean, something is not building up in between them, something is not looking good. Maybe they are not in the best of their form, but yes, they are lacking something on the field, especially from the left part of the field. Olise and Musiala, they are those players who have stayed so long for the team, but it is not looking. Olise with that cross, Kimmich, Laresane inside the box, Guerrero, Minje Kim, Goretzka, Musiala, denied. Musiala is being man marked. Musiala is being man marked for his creativity. He is being man marked too big. He has to stay on those free spaces. Upamecano, Kimmich building up. Guerrero left wings cross. Olise, take that shot, boy. Oh my god. Off the post. Go for those specific angles, boy. Go for those specific angles. That was too hard because it was on the back heel. He was trying to get those shots. It was wide, man. It was wide of the post. Olise is the future or not? He has to play those goals. He has to come big in those matches. You have to prove that worthy. Kimmich, Muller, Muller with that cross, denied again. What a cross that is! Muller getting those headers. Musiala not getting that touch. Somewhat things are not looking again clinical, which is not happening. And with that loss against Leverkusen in the DFB Pokal down to 10 man, the team is looking really down with those positive vibes and those energies which is lacking on the field. Bayern is lacking with those positive energies in the field after those loss to Leverkusen in the DFB Pokal and where they were down to 10 men in just 14 minutes of the game. That is looking quite evident in this first half, 36 minutes of gameplay between Bayern and Shakhtar. Upamecano, Muller going for those cross. Those crosses are also coming so low and so deep. Get that second goal, boys. Get that second goal. Get that third goal in the first half. It is what it is required. You have to come big. Musiala again. He is being man marked. Musiala is being man marked. He has to look for those passes. But every time Musiala is getting those ball, he is going for those dribbles, which is not happening. Not happening. That is a free kick again. Kimmich, the captain, the performer for most of the matches, taking that. Some sort of frustrations from the Bayern players are looking quite evident. I mean, not all the players, but a few players are looking a bit dejected and they are not giving their best. They are not being able to give their best. It is quite evident in this gameplay. Get that second goal, boys, so that in the second half you can play with peace. Minje Kim, Olise, Kimmich. Change the flanks, guys. Change the flanks. This build up, you are not changing those flanks. Upamecano has got Guerrero, Leroy Sane, but that is a missed pass again. No, Sane recovers it good. Back to Goretzka. Kimmich, Leroy Sane. Leroy Sane, shoot that boy! When are you going to shoot it, Sane? Man, time and again getting those opportunities inside the box and you are not shooting. How are you going to get those goals? Look at that passing from Sane and Musiala. It was so good. Again, Goretzka. You have to go for those first time shooting. Musiala, Goretzka, take that shot, boy. Lima, Sane, shoot it, boy. When are you going to shoot it? What is that happening inside the box? Leroy Sane and Olise not getting those touches time and again, missing it, something very big. You are getting those opportunities, but you are not shooting it. You are going for those passes and then you are not getting those touches. How are things going to happen? You have to score goals. That was a touch from Muller. Why is Leroy Sané not taking those shots just from the edge of the box? I mean, what the hell he is waiting for? You have to get those players outside the edge of the box. You have to just get those shots being taken, because every time you are going to go too close to the nets for those scoring opportunities, that is definitely not going to happen so easy, boys. That is definitely not going to happen so easy. It is what the need of the hour is. It is definitely that need of the hour is. Things are not that worrying, because what is going to happen is that with this draw you will crawl up to the 11th position, but again in the second night there will be the players who will be dropping up. You have to get those wins. We Bayern are not meant for those draws which you are looking for. Come big, guys, come big. Minje Kim, good tackle that is. Getting that position good. Guerrero, Muller. Miss pass again. That is Kevin from Shakhtar. He is running it. Lima, will he get those? Man, look at that man marking which Minje Kim was doing. What is that happening? It was a big opportunity which Shakhtar has just missed. And somewhat the Bayern defense are looking so fragile. Upamecano was high up on the pitch. Lama was there, but look at that presence from Minje Kim making those runs. It is certainly these two players. Look at the lineup over here, which are making those differences. I mean, it is Sudakov who is those elite players scoring it big. For Shakhtar this season, it is Bondarenko, he is scoring and Kevin is doing, whereas Sikan and Zubkov are staying too deep on the defense. That is not going to happen this way, boys. On the other hand, Atlanta and Real Madrid are one up. Time and again, they are getting those counters, and it is looking good for them. So is it that second goal? Yes, I think that second goal is incoming, boys. That second goal is incoming. Musiala inside the box. Mulla has scored. That is what big time. Yes, getting that second goal just late in the first half. It is what was needed. And look who has scored. That veteran Thomas Muller has scored. What a beauty. What a class. It is from his legs man are getting those lead. That is definitely going to be big. When Thomas Muller has scored, then you come to know of this point that yes, man are going to get those big wins out of here. The last time which Shakhtar had faced Bayern, it was a 7-goal thumping victory for Bayern. Musiala was dribbling, he was into the box. Thomas Muller getting those left footer quite good. Good finish that is from Thomas Muller. That is what the muscle memory is. That is what you are known for. And yes, Thomas Muller has proved it. Now it looks safe. Come in the second half and gain that position and come big, boys. Come in the second half, gain those positions and come big. But 1 minute of added time being awarded, 45 minutes are up. Oh my god, I think Musiala is looking injured. Musiala is looking injured. Worries incoming, guys. We have got no substitutions. We have got no substitutions. That was a bad tackle. Give him that card. The referee is not giving those cards even. That was a good finish from Thomas Muller. In the end, just getting it so good. Good press from Muller as well as Sane. That was definitely a good press. But if Musiala is going to get those injuries, yes, the referee has blown the whistle and it has come to the end of the first half. And things which are not looking good for Bayern because they were not getting those clinical moments. But yes, in the end, that was that move from Musiala as well as Thomas Muller getting those goals. It was worthy. And yes, Bayern have proved it again. That is what Bayern is known for. And on the head-to-head performances, we have got those big wins against Shakhtar. So it will definitely have to be a cakewalk which you have to gain from here. It is definitely the cakewalk which you have to get from here. And yes, just look at this game where Atlanta is against. Oh my god, Atlanta has got those penalties. What the heck is happening? This night is taking a toll out of me. Atlanta scoring those one goals. It is Di Ketelaere who has got those penalties. Shit is happening, man. Shit is happening. Shit is happening everywhere. That is shit happening. Kylian Mbappe stored, but just look at these stats over here. If we can, Mbappe getting those scoring opportunities in the second minute. That was a save. I hope the screen is quite visible to you guys. Again, look, man, fourth minute, that was some opportunity for him. Valverde blocked. Valverde again, that was a miss. Mbappe, 10th minute, scoring 8. Look, man. Look, man, already had scored. I mean, got those 2 opportunities. Look, man, again, 3. Mbappe, that was a save. Ketelaere, save. Ederson, that was also a block. Oh my god, Atlanta are going big. Look at that. Atlanta has got 8 shots on target, whereas Real Madrid had scored 6. Oh my god, this game is happening big. I have to watch this game again. Ederson, 33rd minute. Rudiger, 44. Ketelaere, oh my god, that was a penalty. Hope no one gets that red card. I hope no one from Real Madrid has got those red cards. Oh my god, Kylian Mbappe is also injured in this game. Holy Christ. In 36 minutes, Kylian Mbappe is off to the bench. Rodrigo has come in. Holy Christ. That is looking bit annoying, boys. That is looking bit annoying, because if this goes on, I mean, on the other hand, just have a look over here in this Bayern Leverkusen and Inter Milan. Look at the stats over here. Nathan Tella scoring, getting that 3-minute scoring opportunity. Grimaldo scoring opportunity. Mahdi Taremi block. Calhanoglu. Grimaldo again. Granit Xhaka. Calhanoglu, Palacios. Oh my god, time and again opportunities are coming for both Leverkusen as well as Inter. But yes, Leverkusen are maintaining those positions because Inter have just maybe parked that bus because they are playing at the Bay Arena, the home of Leverkusen. Florian Wirtz, that was the first chance on the 35th minute. Bastoni, 40th minute. Oh my god. Oh my god. All the matches so big is happening. But yes, how can you watch those 9 matches at a time? I will be having the watch of all the matches and the compilation video of what happened in the Champions League will definitely, but it will take a minimum of 6 to 7 hours for me to watch those matches. That is quite hectic, and yes, we have to prove it again because tomorrow morning we have to get those videos uploaded, as well as Leipzig and Aston Villa. Just look at these stats over here. Leipzig at their home are maintaining 58% position to that of 52% position from Aston Villa. Unai Emery, what are you doing? 6 shots from Leipzig, 7 shots from Aston Villa. So close, boys, so close. But yes, Leipzig are having those injuries concern. That is definitely the talk of the town, because just have a look in the lineup. They have got Quadrago, Lukeba, David Rom, Bichabu, Elmas, Simons, Poulsen. That is what the worry is for Leipzig. But yes, on the other hand, it is Shakhtar Donetsk as well as Bayern Munich, who Bayern have got those lead just on the edge of the first half. And yes, there are worries for Bayern Munich. Just have a look over here. It is the injuries of Manuel Neuer, Alphonso Davies, Hiroki Ito, Stanisic, Palina, Harry Kane, Kingsley Coman, Serge Gnabry. I mean, 9 players injured. They haven't even traveled. Man, have just got those cost-cutting travel cost in this game. But then also they have got those injuries. I mean, if this goes on like this, if the table stays like this, Liverpool being on the top, Inter with this draw against Leverkusen will be on the second spot. Brest, Brest are winning it. Oh my god. Just look at this, guys. Just look at this. I mean, this is the Champions League. If you talk about here, Atlanta and Madrid 1-1, Leverkusen and Inter 0-all, Brest against Eindhoven winning it, Sporting CP and Club Brugge 1 each, Leipzig and Aston Villa 1 each, PSG winning it over Salzburg. This is what is happening, but if the table stays like this, what is happening in these matches, things will be worrying. Bayern with this will crawl up to the 7th spot, but yes, tomorrow's fixtures will get those wins from Arsenal. They have got 5-3, 6-4, 5-4. Yes, it will be close. Yes, Bayern have to get those wins to be on the top 8. Atletico Madrid has got, Lille has got. I mean, look at that goal difference, which will create the aspect over here. Arsenal, if we get, they will crawl up, 1 point down. Monaco, if they get that win, will crawl up. Lille will crawl up. So yes, I mean, tomorrow's fixtures will definitely move Bayern 2-3 spots down. So it won't be that they will be in the top 8 spots. That will be worrying, guys. That will be worrying. So this is the Champions League matches which is happening. Let me just put this on the table. It looks good. The things which are happening in the halftime: Atlanta, Real Madrid, Leverkusen. Yes, there is a break going on. Kylian Mbappe is injured and is back to the bench. From Atlanta and Real Madrid, the score happening like that, 1 each. Shakhtar Donetsk as well as Bayern Munich. I mean, talking about this, lots of worries for Bayern. Many players are injured. They have got no substitutions to be made in the second half. But yes, they have got that that 1 goal lead in the edge of the first half. Leverkusen and Inter still goalless. Not to worries for Leverkusen and Inter because they have got those 50% wins in the Champions League. And yes, Inter are undefeated. Apart from Liverpool and the likes of Atlanta. Atlanta are also undefeated. The 3 teams and the likes of Leipzig and Aston Villa. Leipzig are hoping to get some points out of it at their home at the Red Bull Arena, but is that going to be happening or not? It will just be proved on the second half, which we'll be having the watch. But yes, those of you who are watching this stream, give us those like, share and subscribe, guys, because your comments and as well as your subscribe movements means a lot to us. And yes, I will be just back in 1 minute. Do stay tuned to it, guys. And yes, don't leave the stream. I will be just back in 1 minute. I will also take a break and I will be back as soon as possible. Be stay over there. yes, the players are looking coming onto the pitch, boys. The players are looking coming onto the pitch, and this is the big night happening in the Champions League. And the big dogs of football have to prove that they are worthy of getting those wins. It is what it is left in the Champions League table. Because if we talk about in the game against Atlanta and Real Madrid, it is the lineup where Kylian Mbappe has got those injuries, and Carlo Ancelotti, he must be having worries. I think that is not much worry for Kylian Mbappe. Just have a look at it in those 36 minutes. Mbappe's nights looks to be over due to that injury, but yes, Mbappe was discomfort, but nothing has been just said. What was that injury for? Damn, that is concerning. That is definitely concerning. Which is happening at the GUI Stadium, the home of Atlanta, as well as the likes of Bayern and Shakhtar Donetsk. Bayern are having so many injuries. 9 of their veteran players are missing. Musiala is on the edge of the box. Leroy Sané, goal scoring opportunity. No, that is a miss from Leroy Sané again. And on the other hand, Bayer Leverkusen as well as Inter Milan, they are having that good tussle at the Bay Arena. Inter are undefeated in the Champions League, and Leverkusen, will they crawl up the table with some wins? Leipzig against Aston Villa. Leipzig hasn't got those wins, but this is their home Red Bull Arena, which they were complaining that they are not having those big games at the home of the Champions League. But apart from that, Leipzig are under so many injuries. That is also concerning. But yes, we are having the watch of Real Madrid and Atlanta, as well as Bayern Munich and Shakhtar Donetsk. Those of you who want to have the watch links, join our Discord. The link is given over there. That is all for it, and the second half has just started. We will look to make those optimizations which are necessary. Get those build-ups, guys. Get those build-ups. Don't allow Shakhtar to go for those crosses as well as those counters. It is not the need of the town is. My god, that is Shakhtar. That was some scoring opportunity. I guess they have got. Oh my god, Shakhtar are now just opening up, and they are looking making those moves. It was some bad clearance from Goretzka, but finally he gets that header, and that is looking safe. That is really looking safe. That is looking safe, guys. That is looking safe. Shakhtar has got those headers. No disappointments, that is from the Bayern aspect. Get those big guns coming, guys. Get those big goals coming. You have to get those big goals incoming for today. You have to get those big goals coming for today. Get those big goals incoming, boys. Get those big goals incoming. I would definitely want to move on to this screen. It will look good. Yes, now the screen looks good. We are having the watch of Shakhtar and Bayern. Atlanta scoring on the late of the first half with those penalties, and it is one each. Aston Villa and Leipzig drawn. Leverkusen as well as Inter Milan are no goals scored by both them. No substitutions yet being made on the field for either of the matches, Atlanta and Real Madrid. Just look at the lineup. It is Rodrigo who was made the substitutions upon the injuries of Kylian Mbappe. And in the table, they are looking strong. Shakhtar Donetsk as well as Bayern Munich in the lineups. If you talk about, yes, Shakhtar has made those two substitutions. Traore as well as Kriskiv have made those appearances on the field for Shakhtar. Bayern Leverkusen as well as Inter Milan. If we talk about no substitutions being made by both the teams, RB Leipzig and Inter Milan. Oh my god, this screen is over here. Yes, RB Leipzig and Aston Villa. Talking about their substitutions, yes, it is Kevin Campbell. He has made those substitutions, and Haidara has been called off. John Duran has been brought in so early. Oh my god, the super sub for Unai Emery. Aston Villa making those presence felt, and yes, they have made the substitutions of John Duran so early. They are looking for those big moments, guys. They are looking for those big moments. Aston Villa are looking for those big moments. Min Jae Kim building up. Leroy Sané. Musiala, that was a missed pass for Guerrero. But finally, Musiala winning it. What do you guys think? Will the big dogs get those wins, or the underdogs are going to cause those mishaps? That is definitely the talk of the town is. Kimmich, Guerrero on the left backs, left wings, Musiala getting that touch, not so good. Leresane winning it unconditionally. That is a foul, I guess, and it is a free kick again. Danger in Kimmich. It is Chris King, the player who was bought in the substitution after the first half. He has committed and he has got that booking, a yellow card for him in just 54 minutes of gameplay. That is a foul to Kimmich. Oh my god. Hope these players don't get any more injuries. Injuries are a concern this season, guys. Injuries are a big concern this season. Get those free kicks good, guys. Get those free kicks good. Get that goal converted. Get that edge of 2 goals or 3 goals. And yes, you are going big, boys. You are going big. The wall of Shakhtar for that free kick. I guess they are not having that good height for that wall. Laresani, Kimmich as well as Olise, who is going to take that free kick. But we need that goal, boys. We need that goal. Leroy Sané took it, but he just couldn't clear that wall of Shakhtar. That was a poor free kick, not even being able to just clear that wall. Minje Kim back to Daniel Parrots. Kimmich. Kimmich goes for Limer. Suddenly, the spread of the field is looking so wide. Upamecano back to Daniel Parrots. Parrots getting that clearance. Musiala with that header. Goretzka. Goretzka is a single man army going all along with that. Pavlovic, Matthias Tell, Sacha Boe, Ibrahimovic, all warming up on the sidelines. Yes, Bayern have to make those substitutions, but it should be made on those late 65 to 70 minutes. Get that third goal, guys. You have to get that second goal lead. It is what the need of the hour is. And on the other hand, it is Real Madrid who has scored. Real Madrid has scored that second goal and they are back to those winning spree. Vinicius Jr. has scored for Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappe moving off to the bench. Rodrigo coming in. Vinicius Jr. getting those goals. Bayern Leverkusen and Inter Milan still no goals being scored. Leipzig and Aston Villa. John Duran, that super sub of Unai Emery, he has scored for Aston Villa. I was just predicting that it is Watkins who was substituted and Unai Emery making those John Duran moments. He has made those moments again fruitful for Unai Emery. He is a big bait for Unai Emery this season. Olise moving on to the wings, trying those headers for Musiala. Damn, Musiala is looking a bit depressed. I hope no injuries for him incoming. Don't get those injuries, boys. What a save that was from Thomas Muller. That goal was just denied. Shakhtar were denied that second goal. Upamecano, Daniel Parrots, back to Upamecano. Shakhtar are looking a bit down in their defensive aspects. They have just parked their bus, not going for those counters so early in the second half. They will wait for those right moments to come in. That is a good display which is happening. That is a good display at the Hali Umut Meller, the referee, and the Veltis Arena. Gameplay is looking good, but yes, oh my god, on the other hand, it is Real Madrid who has scored again. Just look at it. It is 3 goals. Bellingham has scored in just 3 minutes. After Vinicius Jr. getting those goals, it is Bellingham who has scored, and it is Atlanta who is not getting those moments against Madrid, whereas Atlanta are undefeated apart from this game in the Champions League. Leverkusen and Inter Milan goalless. Aston Villa scoring with John Duran was the last update, and it stands too tall as of now. Oh my god, much of the things are happening, guys. Much of the things are happening. Much of the things are happening, and it is happening so good in this game. It is happening so good. Building up strong, making those presence felt on the stream is really a good aspect for Bayern. Lama win that challenge, boy. Yes. Speed up, boy. Speed up, speed up. Sane has cut in onto the edge of the box. Lima on the left wings. What is he trying to do? He is aggressive at times. Back to Leroy Sane. That is offside. The flags are raised. So yes, our predictions for Real Madrid, they are going to get those 3 goals. It is good, standing tall. Our predictions for Leverkusen and Inter Milan, it will be a draw. Yes, it is looking good. Leipzig and Aston Villa, my predictions were Leipzig will try to get some win out of here, but no, they are being denied. And the game against Shakhtar Bayern playing, oh my god, that is some interception, but finally Bayern has won it. And yes, my predictions for Bayern and Leipzig was Bayern winning it 3 goals or 2 goals, but Shakhtar have scored once. Sacha Boy finally seen on the lines making those substitutions coming in. So yes, it will be Conrad Lama who will be sacrificed, I guess. Will it be Conrad Lama? Yes, I guess so. Guerrero, I don't think he will be going for those substitutions. Lama to Quebec. Minje Kim. Guerrero. Move your ass fast, boy. Move your ass fast. Many injuries, no substitutions available for Vincent Company. They have got those academy players into those substitutions. It is that worry which is incoming. Goretzka, Sane, get that cross, boy. Corner incoming. That is the corner incoming. Mathis Tell, Sacha Boy, 2 substitutions. Vincent Company is going to make. Guerrero, oh my god. Guerrero and Leroy Sane both are coming onto the bench. So yes, Conrad Lama is staying. Rafael Guerrero and Leroy Sane have been called onto the bench. 64 minutes are up. 65th minute substitution from Vincent Company. Mathis Tell and Sacha Boy coming in for Rafael Guerrero and Leroy Sane. Is that the sensible substitution which has been made by Vincent Company? Time will definitely tell. And yes, math is tell. He has to prove. He has been that 2 years old, 2.5 to 3 years old at Bayern, and he has to come back. Coming with that corner header, and that is that third goal. Finally, Musiala has got that goal. Thank God. It is the best time, just the substitutions were made, and Musiala getting those goals. Oh my God. What is that happening? What the referee is calling that for? What was that? What was that? Min Kim was staying inside the nets. Why is there no VAR being taken? That goal doesn't stand. Oh my God. That goal has been ruled out. And what was that stunt which Min Kim was trying to do? Musiala has been fouled on the pitch. Get that goal, Lammer. What a shot from Conrad Lammer. Holy shit. On the box in the penalty area, you are taking those shots and not being able to score. And what was Mathistell trying to do with those bicycle kick? And what a vast shot that is from Lammer. Things are not happening good. Things are not happening good over here. Oh my God. Musiala winning it. He has got Mathistell. Mathistell show some character, boy. Damn. Not even being able to pass. Lama again. Goretzka, will he go for that shot? No, denied. Oh my God, that is a penalty. Holy Christ. That is that penalty against Sacha Boy. That is what I was talking about. Take those shots from the edge of the box. You have to get those tackles win. Every time you are going for those dribbles, not getting those win, it is not going to happen. This is the penalty converted, boy. Show that character. And that challenge to Sacha Boy. Hope he doesn't get those injuries, man. Injuries are coming so bad. I mean, Shakhtar Donetsk, the players are playing, have they played football? They are making those reckless challenges on the field, getting those injury concerns for the players. They must be given those red card or those yellow cards, which is definitely the need of the hour. They have to come that big. Who is going to take that penalty? Oh my God, it is Olise. Get it done, boy. Get it done. Get it done and dusted. Get that third goal. Get that character, Olise. Show your character and get that goal, boy. Get that goal. Olise have to get it, boy. Get this penalty converted. Cool. Be steady. And that is the man. Yes, Olise has scored. Bring it, boys. Bring it big. You are known for it. You have those muscle memories. You are at the Bayern. You are capable to do that big. That is the redemption for that third goal from Musiala, which was not given, and it is Olise scoring just with that penalty. Such a good moment you are having. Get those big wins against Shakhtar. I mean, Shakhtar players doing those challenges on the field, it seems that they haven't played football and they are lacking in it. So yes, two goals up. Now it looks relaxing. Now just have that pace. Now just have those counters and those cool build-ups. Thanks, that was a goal from Olise. It is on the verge of 69 minutes getting those goals. Olise has done it so good. That is what was needed. You have to get it, boys, because look at Sacha Boy coming onto the substitutions. He was making those out of the box shots, just on the edge of the box. He was making those shots, and yes, he got those penalties. That is what is lacking. In the first half, up to the 68 minutes, whatever the Bayern players were getting, they were just trying to go into the nets and score. But yes, you have to take those shots. 3 goals from 6 matches in the Champions League for Elise. I mean, he is the future from Bayern or not. Yes, characters are being shown and characters are being built up good. Make it worthy, boys. Make it worthy. A bit of relaxation from the Bayern players just on the edge of the 70 minutes, getting those 3 goals. My predictions for it was too good. And yes, we have got those 3 goals easy. Real Madrid and Atlanta. Damn, my predictions were 3 up for Madrid. But yes, Atlanta again. Lookman has scored. Holy Christ. Holy Christ. Kylian Mbappe off to injuries. Lookman scoring. Atlanta getting a penalty. De Ketelaere scoring. Leverkusen and Inter. Yes, it is draw. It will be a draw, as was my predictions in the start of the stream. Leipzig and Aston Villa have scored 2 goals each. Huge fight ongoing in the Champions League matches tonight. Luis Openda scoring, McGinn from Aston Villa scoring, and in the second half, the super sub John Duran scoring, and Baumgartner from Leipzig also scoring. Oh my god, this is really looking a big night. Sacha Boy making his move, but yes, his shots are not that powerful, not getting that goal. Min Jae Kim 1-on-1. Get that tackle, boy. Don't let him enter the box. Oh my god, look at Min Jae Kim. He is allowing him to enter the box. You are not that defender to allow him inside the box. You have to get the opposition, stay on the edge of the box. Don't allow them to enter. Holy God. Such a boy on the right backs. Yes, he is quite offensive at times. And there will be worries because he has to stay a bit defensive at times also. You have to find that balance right. Oh my god, look, both Minje and Upamecano are on those challenge. Two goals up against Shakhtar. This game is going to get relaxed. If unless and until Shakhtar are not going to come big with some counters not expected. Minje Kim getting that clearance. Lama coming on to the left backs. This is that versatility in him. Shakhtar are looking for some sort of substitutions to be made. on the field. Shakhtar are looking making those substitutions on the field. Sacha Boy, Upamecano, Musiala, Muller. Give that to the left wing, boy. There is Mathis Tell. Musiala, Lima, but that is a late pass. Kimmich to Goretzka. Mathis Tell. Mathis Tell winning that with a pass from Lima. Again winning it. Get that cross, boy. Why such low cross? That is a good job from Mathis Tell winning that throw, I guess. No, that is the throw for the Shakhtar. So yes, finally Kevin is out of the pitch. The man scoring the first goal in this game. That man, the Brazilian, 21 years old from Shakhtar, scoring that goal. He is off to the bench, and yes, they have made those substitutions. Free kick in favor of Bayern. Kimmich, Upamecano, Minje Kim, Goretzka. Mathis Tell has to move high up. Mathis Tell has to move a bit higher. Lama to Goretzka. Back to Minje Kim. Upamecano in the build-up. Sacha Boy to Upamecano. Back to Daniel Parrots. Mathis Tell winning it. Come that big boy. Lima winning it on the counters. Go for those counters, boy. It was Lima to Musiala, but that was some sort of low pass. Get that fourth goal, boys. Get that fourth goal. Yes, let me just change the stream to it. The screen over here looks good. Yes, the screen over here looks good. Yes, now the screen over here looks good. Yoma. Damn, all these scores looks so much big and so much thing happening over here. But I guess this screen looks much better. Atlanta scoring that second goal. Look, man, they are going for those third goal. Leverkusen and Inter goalless. I mean, both of them are just parking their bus maybe in that game. Leipzig again, Aston Villa. Oh my god, Leipzig drawing it. Still not getting those goals which is required. But my predictions was Leipzig winning it big, guys. My predictions was Leipzig winning it big. They have to show those characters which is required. Kimmich, Musiala, Goretzka. What is that challenge to Goretzka and who is he doing? Look at that player, Traore. I mean, is he a wrestler or is he a footballer? I mean, Shakhtar players are definitely wanting themselves to be just look like some sort of wrestlers on the pitch. Is it that word for boys? Come on one. You are trying to get those one on one. That is not looking good, boys. That is not looking good. Don't just get your legs broken in this game. That is not going big. Zubkov from Shakhtar, he has been substituted. Neverton making his presence on the field. That is a save from Daniel Parrots. That was a good save, a left footer that was. But finally he gets a touch to that ball. Good boy, Parrots, good job. I mean, looking at the stats of Daniel Parrots, just have a watch over here what this player is capable of. I mean, if you talk about this, you will be astonished to know about him. He is that player from Israel. He has got 187 centimeters of height. I mean, he was at the Bayern Munich academy playing those big goals. These are the first 90 minutes back-to-back games which he is in the squad. He is doing good. From Maccabi Tel Aviv, bought at the Bayern. He is definitely the player who has to make his mark look good. He has to definitely make his mark look good. Bayern, on the other hand, they have got those three goals, but yes, they are not going for those possessive build-ups, especially in the midfields, and the lack of the players, all those players injured, it is that which is happening. But yes, getting a win is a big, and the players have really fought so well in this game. 85 minutes are up. and 3-1 up in this game. Can Bayern get that one more goal? Sacha Boy, Upamecano, Daniel Peretz. Yes, it is Ibrahimovic. Arijon Ibrahimovic making his move on the substitution lines. He is there. Will he come big? Mia and Mia moments coming in Munich. All those Munich fans at the arena over there supporting the team is definitely worth watching, boys. And traveling so far to have a watch of their favorite players as well as their team performing so good. That is what is needed. Musiala getting in again. Musiala, that is a foul to Musiala. Oh my god. Musiala is looking a bit depressed. Take that shot, boy. That is the goal from Musiala. That is what I am talking about. He is that man. He is capable of getting those goals. He was a bit depressed and he was looking a bit down, but yes, getting those goals. Good gameplay, boy. Good gameplay. You are capable to get those big guns coming. Show Shakhtar who are the big dogs of football. Yes, tonight the big dogs are going to get those wins. No more upsets. No more upsets, boys. No more upsets. I think this is the last match of this year in the Champions League. Or are going. I mean, are there any more matches in the Champions League this? No, January 21st. Oh, yes, January 22 is the last date. January 21st and January 22 will be the last Champions League fixtures. Apart from that, this is the second last Champions League game which they are going to play. Musiala was looking a bit tense, but yes, finally getting that goal. Look at the happiness in his face. Look at the happiness in his face. This player really demands much. He is worthy of causing those damages to the opposition. Osno, the substitution on the pitch. There are three changes. Muller, Lima as well as Kim out of the pitch. Getting those rest time early because you have got those 3 goals lead. Yes, it is Eric Dyer, Ibrahimovic as well as Adam Osno making those presence felt for these substitutions. Eric Dyer for Min Jae Kim. Daniel Peretz to Kimmich. That is a missed pass. What a save that is from Daniel Peretz. Yes, he has done his job decent, but not much worries for him. Suddenly, Shakhtar players are making those far wide shots out of the edge of the box. What they are trying to expect. Big wins incoming, boys. Big wins incoming. Make those count. Make those count. Kimmich, Goretzka, good build up. Goretzka to Sacha Boy. Pass it, boy. Pass it. You are making those passes late. You are making those passes late, which is not worth. Oh my god, Leverkusen has scored against Inter Milan. And what, Aston Villa has also scored that third goal. So yes, Leipzig the drought in the Champions League continues, and it is bad for them because they are down with so much injuries. Who is that man who has scored for? Just look at over here. It is 90 minutes. Real Madrid and Atlanta 3 up. How much of stoppage time is going to be there? It is to be noted. 4 minutes of stoppage time for Real Madrid and Atlanta. Whereas Leverkusen and Inter, it is Michele going on the 98th minute. Oh my god. 4 minutes of extra time for Bayern as well as Shakhtar. Leipzig and Aston Villa still 4 minutes. So yes, 4 minutes of stoppage time for most of the matches. This is looking good, boys. This is looking good. This is the big win. And yes, we were expecting more than 5 goals, but it hasn't happened. That is what the worry is. That is definitely the worry is. You have to come big. You have to come big. That is Mia San Mia moments coming in for Bayern. Four minutes of stoppage time being added over here. Can we get that fifth goal, boys? Can we get those fifth goal? That is a foul to Musiala. What is that? They have just targeted Musiala. They are getting those injuries. I think Vincent Company should just bench in Musiala. I mean, you can't take those worries anymore. Already we have got those 9 injuries. That is disheartening. Kimmich, Upamecano, Musiala, Eric Dyer, Goretzka, Mathis Tell, good build up. Ibrahimovic, not getting that position good. Olise building up. Can he get that shot? Get that shot, boy. Oh my god, it is that fifth goal which Olise did it so good. And just look at that moment. I would just want to have that recorded video of it. Oh my god, just wait for it, guys. Just wait for it. How was that fifth goal scored by Mikel Olise? Just look at him. It is what which he is worth of. I mean, all doing single-handedly so good, so efficiently, getting that fifth goal and getting those goal differences in the Champions League table. It is going to be big. You have to be that big man, boy. You have to be that big man. I just want to have a recap of that fifth goal. All smiles on the faces of Vincent Company. That was a challenge. Ibrahimovic losing it. Olise gets it, dribbles past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players and the goalkeeper. I mean, all of the squad of Shakhtar Donetsk. It was Olise just getting those dribbles and clearing off the pitch. And yes, it was just left for him to get that shot into the nets. It is that fifth goal incoming for Bayern in the Champions League. Big wins, big faces, big games. Good job, boys. Good up. I'm proud of what you have done. With so much injuries in this game and doing it so good. And yes, the referee has blown the whistle. And it is finally the end of the first half. Mayhem, mayhem, mayhem. It is mayhem at Shakhtar Donetsk. And yes, to talk about what a game it was. Just doing it so efficiently, just proving it so efficiently. And yes, they have just won it so good. It will be definitely the talk of the town. It is definitely the talk of the town. You have got those big wins, boys. You have got those big wins. So just have a recap of what happened in the Champions League matches. Let me just put the screen over here. Yes, it now looks decent. It now looks decent. Cutting those 5 goals. It is Atlanta, Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk. Let me just put this to screen. Brett's Club Brugge. That was all. Salzburg and PSG. That is all left for it. So yes, it was the game between Brest as well as PSV Eindhoven, and it is still going on. 5 minutes of stoppage time being awarded in that. Club Brugge and Sporting CP. Sporting CP getting those losses. Oh my god. Salzburg and Paris Saint-Germain. This is up. It is 3 goals win. But let me just put it to this screen. It will look much better. Just have a look over here. It is Paris Saint-Germain getting those wins. Where has that screen disappeared? Oh my god. Yes, now it's look decent. It is Paris Saint-Germain getting those 3 goals victory. Ramos, Mendes and Doe getting those goals. Paris Saint-Germain getting, I think, if you look at the table over here, it is PSG who has crawled up to the 24th spot. 2 wins out of their 6 games, 1 draw and 3 losses. That is something too big which PSG has got in it. And yes, they got that win over Salzburg. Just look at Salzburg. It was much expected. Salzburg has got the 32nd spot after this game and 6 matches, 1 win, 5 losses. It was Paris Saint-Germain getting those victories against the likes of Salzburg. And in the lineup, yes, it was Ashraf Hakimi, the man of the match for Paris Saint-Germain. Good job. Yes, Gonzalo Ramos getting those goals. It is a boost for him. And yes, PSG are in the top 24. They have got it worth to watch for it. And talking about the next game, it is the likes of Brest getting that. Oh my god, just look at it. I mean, if you look at the table for Brest, 6 games, 4 wins for them, 1 draw, 1 loss. I mean, 13 points, 4 goal difference. That is huge. But yes, PSV Eindhoven, talk about them. They are at the 21st spot. 6 games, 2 wins. Huge, huge, huge. But yes, one thing we missed. Paris Saint-Germain, talking about their fixtures. Just look at it. In the next Champions League, they have got the match against Manchester City. Oh my god, that is happening so big and so good. It is Paris Saint-Germain who are going to face the likes of Manchester City in the next Champions League. And on after Manchester City, it is Stuttgart. Oh my god, PSG has got those worries. PSG has got those worries. They have to come big. They have to come big, boys. Paris Saint-Germain has to come big. So yes, that was it. And Salzburg, talking about their fixtures, just have a look over here. It is against PSG. They got those defeat. Next, they have got Real Madrid. Oh my god. And after that, it is Atletico Madrid. Oh my god. 2 of the Blancos, the Los Blancos as well as the Roja Blancos up for Salzburg. And it is quite worrying for Salzburg because in the table, Salzburg, they are at the 32nd spot, and I think Salzburg are on the verge of elimination. Yes, it is true. It is going to be true. Yes, PSG has got Man City in their upcoming schedule against in the Champions League. And talking about this, it will be a win for Club Brugge, Sporting CP getting those defeats. Talking about this table of the Champions League, look at Sporting CP. As long as Ruben Amorim was there, they got those 3 wins. But after he just left Sporting CP to Manchester United, it is Sporting CP still they are at the 12th spot, getting that loss against Club Brugge. On the other hand, these fixtures for Sporting CP in the Champions League, just have a look. Where is their Champions League fixtures? They are playing so many Liga Portugal. Yes, it is Leipzig against Sporting CP and Bologna. Yes, Sporting CP can secure some decent spot. It is much not worry which Sporting CP will have. They will definitely advance to the top 24 at least. So that is all about it. And talking about Brest and PSV Eindhoven, in this Brest are doing so good. Just look at them, 6 games, 4 wins. Out of nowhere, Brest are looking so good. And it was against PSV Eindhoven, who are at the number 21st spot. Brest are looking so good, man. Brest are looking so good. Just look at the fixtures of Brest. I mean, against PSV Eindhoven, they got that win. After that, it is Shakhtar Donetsk. Yes, Brest will definitely come good. Oh my god. And Brest has Real Madrid in the Champions League. Shakhtar Donetsk and Real Madrid for the lineup for Brest in the Champions League fixtures next. Yes, Brest now at the 5th spot of the table over here. Yes, they are going to be at least in the top 10. No one is going to stop PSV Eindhoven. I think they will have some sort of, because in this table of the Champions League, PSV Eindhoven are at 21st spot. But yes, looking at the fixtures of PSV Eindhoven, after this Brest, they have got Red Star Belgrade. Yes, that will be a good fight. PSV Eindhoven against Red Star Belgrade, and then it is Liverpool. Yes, PSV Eindhoven will make it to the top 24. Anyhow, they are going to do it. Eindhoven has played that good. I mean, Van Nistelrooy, he has embedded those aspects into the PSV Eindhoven players, but now to United, back to Leicester City, Eindhoven are really doing good. Talking about Leverkusen and Inter Milan, yes, Leverkusen did it so big and they have just won it so good. Look at the fixtures. I mean, Leverkusen are at the number 2 spot. They have done it so good, man. And Inter, they have dropped down to the 4th spot. Amazing from Xavi Alonso's Leverkusen. And in the fixtures for Bayern Leverkusen, just look at it. After this win against Inter, they are to face Atletico Madrid. Oh my god, Leverkusen have done it good, boys. And then it is Sparta Prague. I mean, 1 win out of those 2 matches it is expected from Leverkusen, unless and until Atletico Madrid gives some sort of upset to Leverkusen. Leverkusen have done it good. Leverkusen have really done it good. And talking about Inter, they are now at the 4th spot of the Champions League table, 6 games, 4 wins. But yes, it is the goal difference which they have dropped down the table, but not much worries for him, because they have performed good. And talking about the fixtures of Inter Milan, just have a look over here. In the Champions League, it is against Leverkusen getting those loss. I mean, it is Simone Inzaghi's, first loss. Yes, it is that second loss. In the Champions League, Inter facing that first loss, and it was in the Serie A against AC Milan, that Milan derby where Inter got their first loss. Simone Inzaghi's men getting their second loss in the whole season. That is huge. And yes, Inter on their Champions League fixtures to talk about, it is Leverkusen where they got their defeat. They have those Super Copa matches as well. and that is Sparta Prague and Monaco. The game against Monaco, it will be bit worth watching. But Sparta Prague, yes, Inter will definitely come big in this game. No worries for them. No worries for Inter as well. On the other hand, Leipzig and Aston Villa. Oh my god, Aston Villa with this win has moved to the third spot of the Champions League. 6-4 wins, but just the goal difference of one from Leverkusen. They are at the third spot. All these teams, just look at it. The second spot, Leverkusen, third spot, Aston Villa, Inter Milan, fourth spot, Brest, fifth spot, Barcelona, they have played one game less. But yes, the 2, 3, 4, and 5th, they are all having those 4 wins out of those 6 games, but only the goal difference is what they are just down in the table. So yes, second, third, fourth, and 5th, they are doing so good. And it is Leipzig. Oh my god, I think they will have some sort of relegations. But yes, Aston Villa, talking about their fixtures next in the Champions League, they are showing so good. They have those Premier League and FA Cup in between. It is Monaco Aston Villa is going to face. Monaco are having 2 difficult fixtures upcoming. Aston Villa against Celtic. So yes, a win for Aston Villa next in the Champions League. It is quite expected. They are going to be in the top 8, boys. Top 8 is Aston Villa, which is their contender. But talking about RB Leipzig, just look at it. I mean, Bologna, RB Leipzig, Bratislava, and Young Boys. These are the 4 teams who haven't got those wins, and Leipzig is at the 34th spot. And if they are going to get those 2 wins, they have to get it big. But Leipzig has got those injury concerns as well. Talking about the fixtures of Leipzig, just look at it. Apart from Bundesliga, in the Champions League, they have Sporting CP. Can they acquire those wins? It is a big question. As well as they have got Sturm Graz. So yes, Leipzig can get 1 win over Sturm Graz. That is expected. But looking at the table where Sturm Graz is, look at where the position at the 29th spot. Yes, Leipzig can expect a win against Sturm Graz. But against Sporting CP, that will be a big question which Leipzig has to answer, because this Champions League, Leipzig hasn't proved anything with those injuries in their bag. And yes, it is Shakhtar Donetsk against Bayern Munich. Look at the table over here. Shakhtar Donetsk, 6 games, 1 wins. Not too bad for such a team. They are at the 27th spot, whereas Bayern with this win crawls up to the 8th spot. But this won't be much over there, because next day fixtures, some teams are definitely going to crawl up high, because Bayern has got those 6 games, 4 wins, and 9 goal difference is the lead. But yes, Atlanta first loss, but 1 defeat. Arsenal is there, they can crawl up high, 6. They will get those 3 points. They will move higher than Bayern. Monaco, if they get a win, they can crawl up higher, 1, 2. Lille have 5 games, they can crawl up higher. Apart from that, I don't find anything. So yes, man, if they get dropped down to 3 more points in the table, if only and if Arsenal get that win, Monaco can get that win, and Lille can get that win. So these are the 3 teams, Lille, Monaco, and Arsenal. If they get that win, Bayern will drop down to those 3 points. That is definitely the talk of the town. And yes, talking about the fixtures of Bayern, just have a look at over here. They are out of the DFB Pokal, the loss against Leverkusen. They have in the Champions League the next fixtures Feyenoord, and apart from Feyenoord, it is Slova Bratislava who is next on those fixtures. So yes, a 2 win for Bayern definitely is going to come in the Champions League if they are not going to do anything bad. And on again, it is Atlanta against Real Madrid. Madrid winning it back again in the 4 months. Back-to-back wins for Real Madrid in the Champions League. And talking about the head-to-head wins, it is Real Madrid getting those 3 wins. The first one was in the 2021 in the Champions League final stage. Real Madrid getting it 1-0 and 3-1, and now in the UEFA Super Cup it was 2 goals win. Bayern winning the Champions League as well as the Super Cup, and in the Champions League round 6 this season they have again got those wins. So a big win and a big goal from Mbappe, but yes, there are worries that Kylian Mbappe is looking a bit injured. Rodrigo made those presents felt quite good. Vinicius and Bellingham on the scoring opportunities. Yes, Real Madrid are back to those scoring sprees. And talking about the Real Madrid fixtures, just have a look over here. In the La Liga table, they are doing good. They can crawl up high. In the Champions League, they have got Salzburg and they have got Brest. So yes, against Brest, Real Madrid has to perform good. But it is Salzburg that is a cakewalk, I guess, which Real Madrid will have a fun over here. But against Brest, and that too at the home of Brest, that will be some sort of concerning. But I guess Real Madrid will definitely do good because they have got those scoring aspects. And in the table where Real Madrid was at the 24th spot, now they have moved to the 18th spot. This looks good. 6 games, 3 wins, 3 losses, 50%, and you are in the top 24. That is what we just said in our previous videos. It is Real Madrid who are going to get so high up on the table, and it is just 50% of the wins which is required for any team to be on the top 24 for the latter stages of the tournament. And yes, talking about the likes of Atlanta, just have a look over here. Their fixtures, Atlanta facing this loss against Madrid, the first loss in the Champions League, the first loss of Atlanta, the Gasperini men in the Champions League. Now in the next fixtures they have got Sturm Graz and they have got Barcelona. Hansi Flick, Atlanta is coming on your way, the first Italian team which you will face. That is really looking good. This Atlanta and Barcelona will be a good one to watch. And Sturm Graz and Atlanta will do good against Sturm Graz at their home. But it is Barcelona who will be facing Atlanta at their home. But there is no Camp Nou. Are you going to get those Camp Nou moments ready, guys? Barcelona will be the talk of the town. So this is all about the Champions League fixtures which happened today. But yes, the aspects, the matches which were played was just the likes of Liverpool. Just look at over here, Dinamo Zagreb and Celtic. It was a draw. Girona and Liverpool traveled to Girona to face that game, and Liverpool getting those wins. It was Mo Salah with that penalty scoring it big, but looking at these stats over here, it was 15 shots from Liverpool, 13 from Girona. A quite contending match it was, but much of the possessions was with Liverpool and they came big. And in the table where Liverpool still remains unbeaten, and apart from that, it was Inter who was unbeaten, but they lost to Leverkusen, and it was Atlanta also who were unbeaten. But yes, Atlanta getting that loss against Real Madrid. So still Liverpool are at the top of the Champions League table and remaining unbeaten. That is definitely the talk of the town for tomorrow, because yes, Leverkusen are doing it so good time and again, and they are maintaining that composure. Lots for Arne Slot and his credit to the team. He is doing it good. But yes, at the end, the big dogs for tonight have won those games, and it is definitely the talk of the town for tomorrow. But yes, stay tuned for our tomorrow morning's video, the compilation of the Champions League and the minute details which you might have missed, which might just make your mind in a dumbstruck moment, because we find those moments out of the field and those pitches which are definitely the call for tomorrow morning. Do stay tuned, and yes, tomorrow morning our video will be uploaded sharp at morning at 9. Do press those like, share and subscribe, and yes, press the bell notifications as well. Keep going guys. Bye bye for now.